Hello everyone, it's Quest Quenchers here today, and we're talking more about Helldivers 2. I wanted to discuss what I think would make it a bit better for me to, keep engaged and stuff. I feel like it needs some new planets and a different type of environments. So maybe like a city landscape, maybe, of like you're marching down and you're seeing like, houses and buildings and stuff like that, like proper like taken over places. They're properly being settled, and it's not just everyone's living on Earth. Everyone's sort of out there, and instead of it just being the constantly it's in the wilds kind of thing. I would love to see like what do you call it, like an urban city kind of landscape where you can see like there are roads, there are I was going to say conclaves. I don't think that's the word. But like, hubs of villages and stuff, basically. And not just like research places and stuff. More along the lines of like, oh, this is like civilization and it's been utterly destroyed by the automatons, the Terminids, and, the Illuminate that might come, who knows. So having more varied kind of areas, I think, would really break up the gameplay. So you're not just running through the wilds of every planet, because it is getting a bit boring. I have seen that they have put in like different type of research facilities that are like kind of not buried but like or like sank in, which I thought was pretty cool, and a few other variants. But I think adding those kind of like generated spaces of like civilization, I think would go down a treat in the Helldivers community, I feel. And then also I wanted to discuss like how armors work. I feel like there needs to be a greater distinction between each one. So I think, light armor, it's already like you're speedy, you're very fast and stuff like that. So I'd like to keep that way. And yeah, you are like you're very, open to damage. And then you have sort of the medium armor where you're still a bit speedy but you have more armor kind of thing. I think that's all right too, but I feel like perhaps if you have light armor, you're still, you haven't got all that, the armor holding you in place. So when you get hit, it's more of a stagger, and I do feel like there's those kind of things there. And it just adjusts the stagger rate and the amount that you can take before like falling over, kind of thing. So like before you ragdoll. So I think it does how it does right now. That's how it kind of works. And then when it comes to heavy armor, I feel like it needs to be like heavy armor. Like you can be shot and not stagger, and then you can like perhaps, because that's such of a big of a trade-off, you can't sprint in it. I was thinking something like that, just to like, make the differences between each armors, like classes. It feels like a class. Oh, you're a heavy armor gunner. Oh, you're a your medium armor assault kind of get in, get out kind of thing. Or you're a light armor that just runs in, misses everything, sneaks up, grabs the objective, and gets out kind of thing. I feel like having a big distinction like that would be pretty cool. And then just to further that point, I feel like the, the what do you call them? The extra traits, I call them, but I think like bonuses on the armor. I feel like they need to be separate from the armors. So say you, in the heavy armor category, there's the extra padding kind of thing, but you really like wearing this other style of armor. And it's heavy armor, so of course it's probably got extra padding and stuff. So you can have that extra padding perk or trait, whatever, on your specific armor that you want to use, because I feel like all of these bonuses and traits and stuff are on all the armors basically in every category. But it's still like I still want to dress how more customization does lead to be like players like, yes, I love customization. I love having the choice to make the things I want to in my way. So if I want to dress a certain way, I can also apply a certain bonus to that character. And then also maybe having unique sort of helmet. I've already discussed in the last video of helmet quirks and stuff. But I think they really need to add it. So it's like the helmets are just not, you know, there's something more to them, but have it the same way as discussed. So you could have whatever helmet you're on, and then you could also attach a perk and bonus to that helmet. I feel like they need to separate that out. And I feel like then they don't have to be like, oh, let's incorporate a color scheme to every armor and stuff like that. Meaning like they don't have to make the system to change all the armor colors. They can still just go ahead and make what they want. And then people can dress how they want and add the perks that they want to their favorite armor. I feel like that works better in a way. It like gives more player choice. And I feel like that to me would probably bring a lot of people back. Like, oh, I can dress how I want. I can wear the perks that I want. This is pretty cool. Oh, there's perks on the helmets, and that's pretty cool. Which takes us over to weapon customization. I feel like it may get incorporated, but I reckon it's more like a a year from launch. So it launched in February, I believe. So it's going to be, it takes a long time to implement that kind of thing. And as well as they need to, they are still fixing bugs and stuff. So I feel like when it comes to weapons, like customization, maybe taking some traits from, say like using the sickle, but you add the, what do you call it? Like the staggering of a Tesla weapon to it, which, make it interesting. Maybe not in that specific way, but maybe there's certain parts to these kind of weapons that increases damage, increases accuracy, or something like that. Or there's like new bonuses you can add to them. Like bonuses, I mean like perks and traits. I've used so many words to describe the bonuses. But yeah, I feel like this would definitely bring me back. The more customization, the more more intrigue there is to the game and how you can strategize and using different weapons. And then again, I do feel like, again, I need to reiterate that there does need to be a little bit more oomph to the primaries and secondaries. And I think the best kind of things is grenades. I just run it through grenades at the big guys and then take out the smaller guys with my sickle. And I really enjoy that kind of gameplay. So I'm always, basically the mad grenader kind of thing. And that to me is just like top notch. I love playing like that. All my stratagems are explosives, and I'm just like, yes, let's destroy some robots and Terminus today. And that's the fun part of it when I get into it. And then again, discussing kind of bugs, they just need to be addressed as quickly as possible. And then when they need to be, when they make war bonds, they need to be like, they're just as powerful as the normal stuff and not just wet wipes you use to polish the armor of the automatons and the high-ranking Terminids. They need to be on par with the main primary weapons. That, again, I reiterate, are pretty lacking right now. And I know that, some stratagems are like just being left in the dust. I was trying to use the orbital barrage today, and it just seemed to be like hitting the ground. The even though it says they're explosive, high explosive, when they hit the ground and they were next to, I think they're like medium type of armor, it just did nothing. It maybe staggered them a little bit, but I felt like it could have done more. So yeah, I was a bit disappointed with that. But as we kind of go on, I feel like what also they could add is probably ship customization. And by ship customization, well, they need to add a few more things, like vehicles and stuff like that. They've already had like the, we've seen somewhere that there's been vehicles, there's been these kind of things, and I think they need to kind of come out with that stuff a little bit more, because it's a little bit boring sometimes how the worlds are generated and how far apart the objectives are. It can be quite annoying. So like jumping in a buggy, running all the way over there, jumping out, doing the objective, and then you've also got to be like, oh, can we store this away? Or where can we hide the vehicle not to get blown up to bits and stuff. I think it adds more nuance and different stuff to it that I really like. So yeah, that's what I've said so far about it. I'm pretty sure I was on an stratagems again. Yeah, I was discussing but I do think they need a little bit more of a kick, a bit of an oomph to them. Like some of those stratagems, like the laser and stuff, I know to use that. That's sort of like clearing out little, when it comes to the robots, it's clearing out their kind of the fabricators kind of thing. And I feel like it does an amazing job when it does that and stuff. It's a really great thing to use. I love, and the rail cannon is the tracking where it sometimes hits the wrong target is a bit annoying, but that happens probably 3 times out of 10. So it's still, I still like it. The eagle stratagems, I feel like they're pretty good. I really enjoy using them a lot, but I notice sometimes it doesn't like properly count where your death, how many times you kill those bad guys. Because I even watched him and I saw like an entire platoon get wiped out by one of my airstrikes, and there wasn't like a skull appearing telling me how many are there. And that's usually a big indication to like tell you, oh, you've probably cleared all those robots out. You can head that way now, or terminates or bugs or whatever. So yeah, having that a bit, not working is a bit annoying. But that's just minor stuff. The bigger stuff they need to kind of fix is the spawns, and they have mentioned it recently. I saw a video of them talking about that kind of stuff. By video, I mean like other YouTubers talking about it that are in the Discord. But I've seen that the Discord is like super full, so you can't really get into it, which is a shame. I would have loved to be on the inside, but still, it's it really does need to be addressed. Probably more. It's one of the more important things that need to be addressed, like the spawn rates, and like I said, they have said it, and hopefully they are working on it. It's just a shame all this drama with Sony really pushed them back when they really needed to get these bugs sort of out and, kind of get it done. And then we kind of move on to the major orders. Because of I feel like, what was it, 100 odd countries are no longer, being able to play the game. But I'm not too sure if that's accurate. I saw that they can play the game, but right now, because I feel like I think it's tomorrow or June or something that they're like, yeah, you'd require it. But I don't know if they can still play it right now. I'm not, I'm in the United Kingdom, so I don't have that issue. But yeah, it's I hope they can, get all these countries back and playing. There's going to be a lot of trust issue, of course, but because of if they've done it once, they can do it again, and we've seen companies do that. So it's a very touch and go with those kind of things. It's very it stops people from playing that have been burnt once, so they don't want to go back. So maybe adding those kind of things I've discussed to make it more unique, make it more interesting and more complex and more choice, I feel like would really, really pull a lot of people back. Like, oh, what kind of, loadouts and stuff can I do? And that's another thing they need to add. Kind of, loadouts. You can have 4 slots of loadouts, and you can be like, oh yeah, this is my main automaton loadout. This is my Terminid one. Oh, this is my Illuminant one. And if there's any more bad guys down the road, that you can use the other one for. So yeah, there's a lot they can do to pull me back. Like I know people didn't like the losing me without saying what they could do to pull me back, and I'm hoping that they can do this. I'm not too sure. Well, I'm not a coder myself and stuff, so changing like the architecture of a game that's already released, I imagine is quite difficult. But I've seen, like Gears of War 5. How they had the weird horde mode kind of locked to characters, like the hero modes, but they managed to unlock all that stuff and get it back to how it was in like Gears 4 and 3. So they did a really good job there. That's praise for Gears 5. You don't get that a lot. But still, it's it's a great game. Helldivers. I'm enjoying it, but there's glaring issues that are pulling me back, like making me I can only play for a certain amount of time before I'm like, yeah, okay, I'm kind of done for the day, maybe the week. So it's like it's just, when you really like something, you want it to do well. So adding your sort of comments and thoughts may help, and that's where I kind of am, because I really do like this, the games, the community, and stuff like that. It's fun. Right, that's all from me today. Oh, another Helldivers 2 video. If you liked, please like and subscribe, and if you have any thoughts, please do mention what you think in the comments. If you think my ideas are great, or you think they're absolutely ridiculous and beyond our head, do let me know, so I can, rein in what other things could potentially draw me back. So yeah, that's all from me. Please like and subscribe, and I'll see you in the next one. Take care of yourself. Goodbye.